Nish, who was trying to make an overtaking move around the outside no less earlier on, but that time he just sort of let his brakes off. That was just brilliant. You're seeing visual learning here in the Osaka, which is what this series is frankly all about.
It is, absolutely. It's all about the progress, like winning podiums, that's all great as well, of course, but it's also about the progress you make throughout the season. And yeah, speaking of progress, Gunmie making some more there.
Yeah, absolutely nailed that drive out of turn 14 and through turn 15, making that overtake stick towards turn 16. We're back on the new section of asphalt that we got there. You can see it's much darker than before. That's what caught a few riders out yesterday. This first section, you can't, if it has rained, you can't see any damp patches because it's pretty much the same colour. No such problems today though with the dry weather. The tone of the race is starting to change, Fran. 5 laps to go, and it's looking a little bit more about jostling for position rather than pulling out a lead ahead even more from the 4th place, who are now 8 seconds back. Yeah,
they've pulled out that gap bit by bit, haven't they? And it's definitely a podium to lose for these guys. So hopefully we won't see any drama, and we'll get a nice clean shuffle to decide this race. But yeah, it's getting a little bit more frantic at the front, isn't it? Especially the number 21 of Ozawa and number 5 of Gunmie looking a little bit more elbows out, aggression, ready to really take it to each other. But we'll see how we get. Oh yeah, you see, just for once proving me right. Number 21, really different line there, but I think Mie's got it covered. He has indeed.
That was a cracking camera angle. We've not really seen that one before,
no,
have we? That was someone's clearly moved the cameraman up there. Here's a great slow-mo of turn 17, the final corner, that changeover onto the newer asphalt. We're watching Gunmie navigate his way through the final corner, knee down, scraping against the curbs there. They are a little bit raised, so you get a little bobble on, and perfectly in the bubble straight out of it. Here we go then, down towards turn 10 once again, and we've got Danish, who's right on the back of them now, looking to try and make some moves. No, it's not turn 10, got the camera angle confused again. It's out turn 14, that was. Looks pretty similar, but they've got, I think that's Akbar ahead of them. A back marker coming out. Yes, he's okay. He's let them through after his crash earlier on, thankfully.
Yeah, that's good stuff then from the wild card. Good racecraft. Also important part of learning. But Danish then has picked another pocket and up into 2nd place. Maybe the Malaysian is ready to try and push and get in the battle at the front again, elbows out, because it was quite the Ozawa Mie show for a couple of laps there with the Malaysian just hanging back. But at the moment though, still nothing to decide between them. But we do have some long lap penalties that have just come up on the timing screen.
Yeah, unfortunately your podium finisher from yesterday, Fadilla, is going to have to go through the long lap penalty lane. He's currently in 6th position. Then we've also got one for number 19, that's Hafi, the Malaysian, who's down in 14th place, just behind Pretizan, about 2/10 behind the Thai rider. Will also have to go through a long lap penalty. This is why we say you got to avoid not just, well, the green. You can't be taking shortcuts like we saw Danish do at this exact point in the circuit, well, about half the race ago now.
Yeah, it was a while ago now. The number 13's kept it nice and tidy since those few little mistakes he had. But yeah, certainly it's going to be a painful one as well, with not much time left in the race to try and get back on terms with the riders you're fighting at the moment. That long lap penalty is going to certainly put a dent in Fadilla's finishing position and Hafi as well.
Wow.
So we'll see, but so far so good for the front runners. I think Danish was obviously just making a couple of errors rather than trying to be too cheeky.
Well, he nearly made another
got
one
away
there,
with it. He did indeed.
Turn 12, he had a big twitch going through there. We saw a few MotoGP riders go down at that point on the circuit yesterday. Lost a bit of ground, a bit of drive out of turn 14 into this 15-16 sort of combined corner that they've got. So inviting for an overtake. I'll be fascinated to see, and I'm sure plenty of Moto3 riders in the World Championship will be eager to see what sort of overtaking moves are made into that section, how the race is won exactly, because there are a variety of options that you've got in that final section.
There are indeed. So here we go then. There's 3 more after this one, but Gunmie then moving to try and take the lead, but no, Danish then keeping it nice and tidy, the number 13. He leads once again. There you can see the confirmation of the long laps for Fadilla and Hafi, but and we've still got a group of 4 battling here then. I think that's the Adaki-led battle for 2nd.
Correct.
So the yellow helmet of Wakamatsu, which is always a dead giveaway. But yeah, there we go, number 14.
Fadilla, wow.
There we go.
God,
that was
like
a late decision.
Mistake. Yeah. Goodness. So through he goes, and unfortunately that is his battle for 4th pretty much over and done with. 3 laps to go. Ain't no chance with this sort of pace. So he will be going for that. And who was that? That was Mie, who nearly did the full Carter Thompson from yesterday. You've got to be so careful with your line choice there, but he won't get penalised for that because, well, unfortunately, he's lost so much time already. Can he get settled once again, though? Because he's not actually